The victim mentality is from the frequency of attachment, okay? Which is why it's so difficult to escape. It's almost like you're stuck there because you're attached to that reality. You're attached to that scarcity. Let's check out this video today to figure out how we can get you out of that mentality.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Suman Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state guide, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today we're speaking about how we can get you out of that victim mentality. Okay, you might have heard this in culture. Maybe you just come across this term. Maybe you're super familiar with this term. So you're probably sitting here wondering, how do I get out of my victim mode? You gotta brainwash yourself. Literally brainwash yourself, okay? Look around me. Everywhere I look, I see affirmations. I see different things that are suggesting to me the way I'm supposed to be. I wake up and I see higher self evolved on my ceiling. I've plastered it on there, right? On my phone, I have different sigils and affirmations and different things to remind me of my new life, of the life that I'm willing to create, okay? So repetition, repetition, repetition. Brainwash yourself so your subconscious mind adjusts to your new reality. Use subliminals, use hypnosis, use subconscious modalities to do this. And the more you can make this regular for yourself, the more you're going to be noticing the newer paradigm and the newer patterns. Because when you get really good at studying the mind and studying people, it just gives you more of a context, right? What's important to note is the nursery rhyme, V-I-C-T-I-M. I am me because of them, a victim. What, a victim. What, V-I-C-T-I-M, I am me because of them, a victim. What, a victim. So you're not taking responsibility as a victim. We know this. We understand this. The most common term, and words are spells, remember, right? The most common term you would say out loud if you were in this mentality is, why me? Why me? Why did this have to happen to me? Okay? I want you to catch yourself here and really start to explore this. There's different ways of saying why me. Why me can turn into why God. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. I can give you a specific reason of why God, because when you start to spiritually attach to something, God thinks that you want more of that. There's a story of a horse and a mule. The mule just, drudges up the mountain. It brags about being a hard worker and tells the world, I'm being a hard worker. And he keeps getting more hard work because God thinks that the mule likes it. He enjoys it, but he's just pretending to just protect his own reputation, right? So are you doing things to just protect your reputation? Okay, are you just living from that status, or are you living from your core beingness that allows you to express the fullest development of who you are? The horse, however, was given a tunnel by God, made it easier for him. They had days off where the horse could retire. It's weird because the horse ended up getting more reputation than the mule, whereas the mule was the one talking about it and speaking about it. Oh, I'm so amazing. That horse is lazy, right? He's taking all these shortcuts. Man, I'm the hard worker. It's like this egotistical pride gets you to this point of hubris, which makes you crash and crumble. We've seen this in every movie, right? So when you're going through the successes, be silent, okay? Insecurity makes a lot of noise. There's a power in just staying shut, So why me? Why God doesn't work? Because God doesn't want you to be spiritually attached to that thing. It wants you to be physically attached. Like if someone's in trouble, right? They're hurt or something, you want to help them. You can be physically attached to them and help them out, right? I'm not saying be detached to that. That's not compassionate. But if you keep the storyline going in your mind, like, oh, remember that day where I saved that person? Yeah, I'm such a great person, man, because I saved them. Oh my goodness. That's when God's going to start going, wait a second, dude. No. I take that back, right? Whatever you focus on, understand you're spiritually attached to. Okay? So you got to be really mindful of what you're focusing on. So if you're focusing on why me, why God, I'll give you the reason why God wants you to be in that freedom and that willingness. Like, let's say that you lost a job, right? God didn't want you in that job. Might be a better job for you, right? Available. Ended one relationship for you, maybe there's a better relationship for you, right? There's a parallel universe. If you're living in your misery and suffering right now, there's a parallel universe right beside you that is a beautiful, magnetic, majestic life. But because of the conditioning, because of the fog that's built up, the density, the heaviness of your vision has been clouded by other people's negative judgments, your own judgments, whatever it is, right? That suffering is latched onto the scarcity or victim thinking, that it's not possible, I'm only here to survive, it's only me. I gotta look out for me and nobody else. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. That's when you're gonna get stuck in that victim mode, right? But when you're in service, when you're in giving, you start to really release that. Let's try me. Try me is a good one, right? It's still a bit of that hustle aggressiveness, that mentality. You can go try me, my turn, let's go, right? What for? Right? You're finding your why instead of why me. So you're just basically, you're cutting out the me. You're going why? And you're getting to the core justification. I would say that this one is way more powerful than why God, right? Why me? How to? It's solution focused, right? How to solve this problem instead of why me? Why did this have to happen to me? Why me into why not? Okay? It's kind of a little bit complacent, a little bit, inconspicuous, nonchalant, whatever you want to call it. I still respect it. Why not? Why not? Why me to wait for it? This one's a buzzer. Why? You can give yourself space. That's not what I'm saying, right? Allow yourself to give yourself space, but don't be in the waiting space or that limbo, right? The waiting room. Or I think it's Dr. Seuss said that, right? The waiting space. You don't want to be stuck in purgatory waiting for it. So take action now. Why me? Why them? Now you're just putting the blame on someone else, right? You went from a responsibility, why me? You were looking at me, but then you could have done something with it, but now you're pointing fingers. Woe is me, doesn't work. Show me. Kind of. So I put a little squiggly, but I don't think that's as powerful as tap in. Tap in is simply just like, hey, let me change my state. Right? Let me get into the flow. That's way more powerful. Then we have observer mode. Very powerful. Why me into amor fati? I love my fate. I chose this. Now let me deal with the consequences, okay? So I was just showing you a couple of different ways that you could take this why me question, right? So if you are in this victim blaming mode, understand that you're attached to something. You're attached to the outcome. And attachment comes from the frequency of fear. So if you feel like, oh, I have the most amazing girlfriend in the world, and you start bragging about it, like, I can't believe she's so perfect, I can't, blah, 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 blah. God thinks you're having an amazing relationship. So it's going to give you some challenges right then and there. Okay? This is what happens every time. I'm noticed in my own life. Like, comment down below if you've noticed this too. Right? You reach a benchmark, you've had everything you have in your life, the most amazing thing, right? I remember in my college time, I had a hot girlfriend, I had good grades, right? I was getting healthier and fit. Everything was going for me. But that's when my ego started to take over. Like, I can conquer anything, right? And that's when my own mentality got me to crash. And that was my why God, why did this have to happen to me moment. But I noticed why God may put me through that experience, for me to learn some very important lessons, okay? To slow time down, to understand that we must experience every single emotion of life and not just zoom into one or a couple of them and start to, discriminate against our emotions. I learned a lot through that time. So I'm telling you that the lesson is right in front of you. You've got to make sure that you pave the way for the lesson. Understand that you are spirit. Why do I wear these beads? There's got to be a reason for it. Yes, sometimes I do japa and affirmations and mantras, yes. But other times, it's just simply a reminder that I am spirit. Okay? I am soul, I am spirit. That is it. It's just a physical reminder, a visual cue for myself. The other thing is, it is all illusion. This is all Maya. This is all knowledge, right? Maya was called knowledge. This victim mode is very defensive. It's very reactive. It's very blaming. It's very negatively charged. So for you to get out of that mentality, you need to be positively charged, which means you need to be around more positive, like-minded individuals, people who are on that process of encouragement and working as a team and building and propelling each other. We were not meant to be here by ourselves and trying to survive this thing on our own. That's victim mode. We're here to co-create, to co-collaborate, to coexist. And that's the mentality I want you to move forward today with. Let's get it today. Happy hump day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it to the Upward Spiral gang. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, okay? It means a lot.